Hello, and welcome to my podcast show, Nancy Be Inspired. I am your host, Nancy DeLeonardi, and I am so psyched that you are here with me today. I want to talk to you today about skincare. It's summertime, and, I think a lot of us spend time outdoors. We use sunscreen and all of that, but I want to talk about how skincare is really important to living your best life, looking youthful, and your, overall health status. I'll put it that way. When your face is glowing and your skin is glowing, it's a sign of good health. So, do you want to learn more about it? Do you want to get some tips on maybe how to start a regimen or improve your regimen, or maybe just you want to sit back and drink a cup of coffee and listen to this podcast? Whichever you choose, let's go. Welcome to Radiant Skin Secrets, your guide to healthy skincare practices. So today, let's talk about the basics. Why is skincare so important? I think you all know, right, that our skin is the largest organ of our body, and it plays a crucial role in not only protecting us from the environment and damage. It regulates our temperature, and it provides us sensory information. So taking care of your skin, I'm not just talking about your facial skincare. I'm talking about like full body, right? Because when you take care of your skin, it's essential, for overall health. So I want to talk about some key benefits of maintaining a good skincare routine. And, I will say that when someone's skin is glowing, it does help, show the status of your well-being. Youthful people in their youth, they have that taut skin. It's taut, it glows, and it just exudes pretty much overall health. And as we get older, if we haven't taken care of our skin our whole life, you've been out in the sun and you have sun damage, or you haven't moisturized it and it's dry, you may get wrinkles or creases, or it just looks dull. I'll say that. It's because of the, care of it. Just like we take care of everything in our body, skin is something that should not be overlooked, because regular skincare and maintaining your skin, it prevents skin issues. Regularly cleansing and moisturizing your skin, helps prevent common skin issues like acne, dryness, or irritation. And by keeping your skin clean, it keeps it hydrated, and you can avoid a lot of issues just from the very beginning, because you're on a regular schedule of cleansing your skin in the morning and in the evening, doing that twice a day. It helps keep your skin clean without, harsh products. And I'll talk about that later on. But, it's just basically getting into the routine of doing that. And then it helps with anti-aging, right? So for folks that are older, a good skincare routine can help reduce the appearance of wrinkles, fine lines, age spots. And ingredients like retinol or hyaluronic acid with vitamin C, they're known to help with anti-aging. They have anti-aging properties in them, and they can keep your skin looking youthful. So look for products that have those ingredients or the natural version of those ingredients. If you're aging, I'm going to say, over, your 30s, you're like 40 plus, because I can only speak for myself. I didn't notice a change in my skin until 40s. You just started to see things change ever so slightly. But that's, where you want to start using products that have these ingredients then. That's just my opinion, but you can start at any time. I just think when you're in your 30s, up until your 30s, you really have nature working on your side, and you should be good to go, in my opinion. So, and having healthy, glowing skin, it actually boosts your confidence because, like I said earlier, when your skin looks good, you feel good. It's clear, healthy skin can boost your confidence and make you feel more comfortable in your own skin, right? You know how we are. We get that one blemish on our face, or we get a little rash, or, little pigmentation, and we zero in on that. We focus on it. And how can I get rid of it? And we become like obsessed about it because it's not normally on our face. And we try to, make it go away, right? Because we don't want any, foreign things showing up on our face that wasn't there before. So that's what taking care of your skin does. It's like you notice those little blemishes, and you get those, cyclically too, and they just go away. But when and then your skin, and the cycle of your skin, and that this is just going to be for a few days and then it'll go away. That's just your body, and that's normal. But maintaining it and cleansing it and keeping it healthy and fresh so your pores are open really does help, not only with your appearance and the health of your skin, but when you look at your skin yourself, it has a different effect on you. And I will say that a lot of people will comment on skin, believe it or not. I have had people stop me and ask me, what do I use because of my skin? And this is just something that astonishes me, because when people, I'm talking to people and I'm just talking to them, right? Like right now I'm talking into a microphone, but if you were in front of me, I would just be talking to you. I'm just talking to you and having this conversation. But as you're doing that with people, I'm surprised at how much they're actually looking at me and looking at my skin, because later on they'll say, oh, I've always noticed your skin, and I wanted to ask you, what do you do? What products do you use? Etc. So people might not always vocalize their, what they notice, but they do, and they notice it, and they want it too if they don't have it. So, I share, and that's why I'm sharing this with you here today, because I want to also dive into the practices that keep your skin healthy, and one of those has to do with moisturizing and hydration. And all of us have different type of combination skin, right? Some of us have dry skin. You could have oily skin, combination skin. You could have, different complexions. And, your skin care still needs the appropriate moisturizing and hydration for your skin type. And that can change throughout your lifetime. Just because you were one way, like for me, I always had combination skin, like in the T-zone area, right? Which would be your nose up to your forehead is called the T area. I would be, combination skin, oily there and dry, elsewhere. But then later on in life, then my skin became really dry. I used to notice like in the winter, my skin was completely dry, and I didn't have that before. So I had to switch up products to get the right combination for myself, that I could get the moisture in, and then my face then started to glow again and not look dry and dull and tight. So take notice of your skin, take notice of the seasons, because it could, differentiate depending on the season, the time of year, the climate, and, use products less or more or different to, aid in that health of your skin. For me, I will say to you that I have tried many, many products throughout my lifetime. I personally was never committed to any product line because I never really saw the results that kept me with the product line until now, and in recent years, I'll say the past 2 years, because I kept trying different products, and it would be, oh, it's okay. I don't know if I'd do it again. You try new products, your face breaks out, all these different things, but I never really saw anything that kept me committed. And I even went to the extreme where, I started, most of us, we go to CVS, those local, Rite Aid stores, Target, you can buy off the shelf, CeraVe, even dermatologists recommend their products. I've used them and I had no issues with them, but I didn't see a big change in my skin. They were just, bland products, which wouldn't harm your skin, but I didn't see a glow in my skin. And so I went to department stores and I used name brands there. And, I'll just say that I've tried pretty much many products out there. And then I went to medical grade. So, you can buy products that are only sold in certain, by estheticians or certain places that you can go, like Sona Med Spa, and they might have their own products, or we have like Glow Med Spa. There's just different spas you can go to, and they have their own products that, not their own brand, but products that are only sold in those types of retail spaces. And then you have medical grade products, which are only sold by a physician's office, which is even a higher level than the retail spaces that specialize in the esthetician work, right? And so, excuse me, so I did all of this, right? I started at the, Rite Aid level, Target level, department store level, spa level, medical grade level. Okay, so throughout decades, this is me. I'm just telling you my personal story. And when you get to the medical grade level, you are at the highest expense of all. Everything is super expensive and manufactured differently. And I went to an esthetician in a medical office several years ago, maybe 7 years ago. And this woman had gorgeous skin, absolutely gorgeous, glowing, plush skin. Now, I thought to myself, she's in her 30s probably, and she's an esthetician. You got to be the product, right? You got to represent, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to be like a little, I'm going to, rein it in here and be realistic. She's young and she's an esthetician, and, it comes with her job basically. But I followed what she said for me to do. I thought, I'm going to do what she recommended, which was the first thing she said that I should do, because she said my skin was dull and my skin was dry. And so she recommended that I get a peel. And I had never gotten a peel before in my life. And it was called a Vi peel. So V like Victor and I like Igloo, Vi peel. And they come in different strengths, if you will. And I think I got the second strength. I like not the mildest one, but the next one. So, they will tell you which one you should try. So she said to me, this was her advice to me, you should get the peel, because the peel will then remove the layer of dead skin on your skin, give you all fresh skin, and then it's like baby fresh skin, and then use your new products on the fresh new skin. And then you'll be able to tell if it's working for you or not. And I thought that was really good advice. It made sense to me, and I did what she said. I did the peel. And boy, let me tell you something. My first peel, I was like a snake. My skin fell off my face in strips. Like, I was a little skeeved by it. I was like, oh my gosh, my skin is so bad that it was shedding that badly. It was bad. I'm telling you, it was really bad, which was an indicator of the condition of my skin at the time. She was telling me the truth. My body had a lot of dead, dull skin just sitting there that needed to be shedded. And, exfoliations and the manual stuff wasn't enough to get it off of my face, because prior to that, I have had facials like hydrofacials and different types of facials facials are one thing, but the peels are another layer. Now, I've never had laser or anything like that, so I can't speak to anything like that. But I did do this Vi-Peel that she recommended. So I'm not recommending this to you. I'm recommending you to speak to a professional and have them look at your skin, and then have them tell you what they advise for your skin type, because everybody's different. For me, this is what she recommended, and I was in a medical office at the time. So she did that for me, and I bought the products. They were ridiculously priced. I'm just going to leave it there, okay? This was a medical grade products that I purchased, and that it was the most I had ever spent on these products in my entire life. But I was at the point where I really wanted to change the appearance of my skin to make it look healthy naturally. And I thought, well, let me just try this cocktail here of what she said, and let me see if I see a difference. And I will say to you that after using the regimen that she gave me, within maybe 3 months, I started to see a change in my skin. So much so that I did bite the bullet, and I continued to use those products because my skin ultimately changed and looked very supple and very similar to hers after some time, maybe 9 months, to the point where people noticed and said to me, gosh, you look different. You look really rested. You look like really, vibrant. I don't know. There's something about you that looks different. It was my skin. It was my skin. So that was a major pain point of spending that money on those products that she recommended for me. But on the flip side, and you'll hear in other podcasts of mine, that I don't spend money at Starbucks. I don't get the daily coffee. I don't eat out. I don't spend money that way. So in my mind, I was like, well, I don't spend it in other ways. So this is important to me, and I'm going to continue to do this. And of course, I tried to maximize any discounts that they had throughout the year. And they did have them annually. And I used to buy a year's worth of not makeup, but skincare. I used to buy a year's worth when they had their promo. And I did continue with their products for a long time. And I purchased them at the best price that I could. And that was even pricey. So moving forward, I loved the way my skin looked, and I was committed to the products that she recommended, and I was committed to getting that peel then that she recommended, like once a year. She recommended that I do it twice a year, and in the beginning, I did do it a second time, and then at that point afterwards, I really only did it once a year. And the more that I did it, so once a year, now I was using really high grade products on my skin. I had the peel done. So the next time I had the peel done, I didn't peel as much. And it became an annual thing for me where less and less, I hardly peel at all anymore. And it's because my skin is so healthy that it really doesn't have much to slough off, if you will. So I still do it, but I don't need to do it frequently, but it does give your skin like a boost of, a boost of replenishment and youthfulness. So I do it, but that's what I've noticed myself. My first experience was I shed like a snake. I could have left a trail for how much skin came off my face. And then from that point on, the second time, which was probably like 6 months after the first time, it was not as bad, but still, a little bit. I still had some shedding. And then from that point on, annually, because I had been using the products now for quite some time, there was nothing accumulating on my skin because I was using such high grade quality products that, it was less and less and less. Like really, I would say the most that you ever get is really around, for me, it was like my mouth, when you speak a lot, or, I guess because you eat and you use your mouth, you drink, and, so I guess that area would be the part that kind of peeled, but my cheeks and my forehead, and I seldom peel at all. Like it's really not much that comes off at all. So anyway, that's my experience. And, I highly recommend that you seek out a really qualified esthetician if you are contemplating, making a change in your facial appearance and how you want to change that. But this company now, they actually have a VI peel for your body, your hands, any part of your body that you want to have done. They will do a full body peel. I've never had that done, but you can do that as well. So that was the story there. And then I'll continue on the second half and where I am today with skincare products, because I feel like I've been on that topic here for a few minutes now. But I want to move on to, more things that you should do and be thoughtful and mindful about as it relates to your skin. And that would be sun protection. It's another crucial aspect of skincare that we should never overlook. Number one, you need sunscreen. That's kind of an obvious, but applying a broad spectrum sunscreen with at least SPF 30 every day, even cloudy days, even on winter days, sun exposure causes premature aging and it increases the risk of skin cancer. So protecting your skin is crucial. And you can find SPFs in just regular moisturizers. It can be found in foundation. Now most every product does have SPF in it. Just look at the label, ask about it, and then try it to see if your skin is sensitive to it or not. Again, this will be a trial and error and just see what works for you. And I'm not saying you need it in both. You don't really need to double layer, but you could. I mean, if you had SPF in your moisturizer and then you had it in your foundation, if you wear foundation, now you've got 60 SPF on your face. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's never going to hurt you, especially if you're out in the sun a lot. But I recommend doing that. And protective clothing. So number two, when you're outdoors, kind of obvious is, you want to wear a hat, sunglasses, when you're out in the sun to just protect your face even more. Some people wear the protective clothing. They have clothing now that protects you when you're at the beach in the water, that you can fully be, protected. That's your personal preference. But skincare, put the SPF all over your body. It's kind of obvious, but don't forget, the tops of your feet. We forget, our ears. You forget until you get, you've been out there too long and then you're like, oh my gosh, I should have, right? And then, another thing, if you can, is to avoid the peak hours. If you like to sunbathe, you're going to be out there because that's the purpose. You want to get out there and you want to sunbathe. But, if you're out there in the sun during peak hours, take a break, go under an umbrella, make sure you replenish. If you're out doing water sports, make sure you put more SPF on you when you come out of the water. You want to keep applying it because it does wear off. And I know that seems like common sense, but you'd be surprised how you can just forget about it because you're having fun and, you don't feel the sun on your skin. And then the next thing you know, you got too much exposure. So be really mindful of those, 10 to 4 hours out in the sun and make sure that you have the protection that you need for your skin. And again, believe it or not, diet has a lot to do with your skin. You are what you eat. It was a saying that they used to say, you are what you eat. And so a healthy diet does play a significant role in your health and your skin. When you eat a balanced diet, which is rich in fruits and vegetables and lean proteins, healthy fats, legumes, they're natural, they're organic, foods that are high in fiber or high in antioxidants, berries, leafy greens, they can all help your skin, protect it from damage because those organic foods and vegetables with all the nutrients that I just shared have vitamins in there that your skin and body absorbs, and then it will protect you from the inside out. I always say protect yourself at a cellular level. That's what matters. And doing that is by taking either supplements and also eating as much as you can of food that are healthy choices. Adequate sleep, I will say, is important because when you're not rested, you're going to show. It's going to show. It's going to show in your face and your tiredness. Not only that you're, dragging around, but your skin is going to reflect it as well, believe it or not. So make sure that you get enough sleep. I will say this, that to the best of your ability, really try to be on a schedule with sleep. I know we do that for babies, right? We do that for children. We do that with our pets. We make sure they're on a schedule. But for ourselves, sometimes we're like, I'll stay up a little later, whatever. And yeah, we have a life and we go out and we do all the things that, and have fun. But, 80-20 rule, like really just try to get enough rest so that your body has enough time to replenish and rejuvenate itself. So your skin kind of repairs itself while you sleep. So the more you sleep, like 7 to 9 hours, really helps you get a good night's sleep, a quality sleep. So, really just do your best to really try to adhere to that. And stress, stress management, we'll talk about that. That can wreak havoc on your skin and it can lead to breakouts and other issues. So if you notice that your skin has suddenly broken out for some reason and you don't know why, but then you just got this new job or you had a life change and you're stressed out, but you didn't really realize that that was the trigger for it, it could very well have been, that the stress in your life, really triggered your breakouts and change in the condition of your skin. So manage your stress the best that you can. And I talk about that in other podcasts that I have out there. I have blogs out there that you can read about managing stress. But, techniques like yoga or meditation, deep breathing exercises can really help you, keep your stress levels in check. So you really want to be mindful of that, okay? Your healthy diet, your sleep, and your stress. Be mindful of that. And, again, I was talking about the peels. I'm going to go back to that, right? So I'm going to go back to skincare treatments that you can do for yourself. I am in the practice, like I just shared, of doing the chemical peels. The Vi Peel is the only brand I have ever used, and I stick with it because it works for me and my skin. It may or may not work for you. And again, reach out to a licensed esthetician who's qualified to analyze your skin and recommend the appropriate chemical peel for you, if at all. You might not even need it, but my skin was in a condition that it did need that. And then, like I mentioned, I started to get products. But the benefits of a chemical peel, like I shared, it helps improve the skin texture of your skin and, the toning of your skin. It does that because it's removing your outer layer of dead skin cells and leaving you with a baby fresh new skin to apply your new products on. Also, another thing that I personally do is I get regular facials. I get them monthly and I have a monthly membership for facials. It is another thing that I implemented in my routine that made a significant change in the appearance of my skin. So it helps keep your skin hydrated, but it also helps, I don't know if you've heard of gua sha, but there's a gua sha that kind of moves the fascia behind your skin, the circulation of that. Having someone else move your skin and use products and hydration and steam can really help address, any skin concerns that you might have, like, like I said, aging or hyperpigmentation. You could have acne. A regular facial once a month, if you do that for a period of time and you have any of these issues and you commit to this for yourself, do away with your lattes, give it up for a while and try to put the money here for yourself and see if you notice a change. Like I shared with you earlier, I decided to try it and I invested in it and then I saw a difference in it. Prior to that, I did not stay committed because I didn't see a significant change whatsoever. But once I did see the change is when I stayed on course and committed to it. So really great products are key. Peels are key for me, and regular facials. So, as I mentioned, they have products that they can use. They have different types of manipulation of your skin. They work your skin. I like the gua sha facials. They have a tool that they use, and it really helps, with my skin. I don't know. It just works for me. There's microneedling you can do. This involves like little tiny needles, and they create micro, like little injuries to your skin. And that's supposed to stimulate collagen production, and it's supposed to improve the texture and the firmness of your skin. I have never done that on my face, and I can't speak to it, but it is an option that you could ask, an esthetician about and see if that is something that, you want to try too. To me, microneedling, from my understanding, would be like the most invasive, if you will, right? Facials, there's no invasiveness with that at all. It's topical. They have hydrofacials that are really, really nice if you have a wedding that you're attending, or an event, New Year's Eve event, or you're going to a party, or, it's a major event that you want to attend and you want to look really fresh for that day. A hydrofacial will do that for you. It's almost like, they say, like a mini like facelift, because it really does lift your skin and make it supple, but not invasive at all. It's just the manipulation of how they do that facial that gives you those instant benefits, actually. And the chemical peels, now that's a process, right? Because it is a chemical, it's going on your skin, and it is going to peel. And when you're in the peeling phase, it's not a pretty sight. And I have been around people where my skin is shedding, and you can't peel it. You can't pull the skin off. You have to let it shed naturally and fall off your face. So I have been in meetings at work where my skin, I have a piece of skin like trying to come off my face, and I'll preface it by saying, hey, I had a peel, and I'm sorry about my appearance, and I just am upfront with it. People nowadays, it's very common, so they're just like, yeah, it's okay, no worries, right? But it is what it is. So you try to get it like on a Thursday, because when you get your chemical peel, they put it on your face, and then it's like 2 days before it actually starts to peel. So if you did it on a Thursday, then you have Friday, then you're peeling your worst at, Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday, when you go back to work, that's where I was, like, you still see a little bit still coming off your face, and you could shed for, it depends on how bad you have it, but it could be, 4 days or more that you're still shedding. It takes a full week to come full circle out of that and then start using your new products. So I will say, for me, that if you fast forward to today, and those of you who know me know that I am an Arbonne consultant. Now, this isn't just a plug for Arbonne, but I will say to you that I want to tell you the story, that for myself, I told you the story, how I used all the different products from low end to the highest end, medical grade. And, I did that for a very long time, spending that kind of money on skin care. So along came Arbonne into my life, and I started trying their products, and they have all kinds of products. This company has been around for a long time. They were clean before clean was popular. They were organic before organic was popular. They were, animal friendly, and all of the things that they say out that's popular today, they've always been that way. They were founded on that premise, and they've never changed. And they have a lot of products, hundreds of products that you can use. But I started with like a gut green kind of product that they sold, right? Gut health. And it had like collagen in it, and elixir, and then the greens. And I drank that. And then they had called Fizz, which is Fizz, Fizz, which is it's like a, how do I say, effervescent drink that gives you a little burst of energy without, any chemicals or anything. It's just natural. Ashwagandha, I think, is in it. I think that's the right thing. I'm not sure exactly. I'm not good with the ingredients, but really tasty. So like, I drink a lot of water, but if you want something sweet, this was something that was, gave me energy, because I go to the gym a lot, and it was good for me. So I really started to try their products, and I liked their products. And with the gut health, the first thing I had, where I would eat, my stomach would be upset, and I thought, well, maybe this gut health thing is popular right now. Maybe I'll try it. And again, it started to work. Like I just didn't feel bloated anymore, and my stomach had calmed down, and I liked this product. And then I got the fizz, and then I'm like, okay, I like this product. I like the way it tastes. I like the way I feel without the jitters. I have energy, but in a good way, I have energy. So then when you order products, you get free products, right? So I thought there was a product that I could get free that was skincare. And I thought, okay, when I run out of this high dollar skincare product, I'm going to replace it with this thing I got free, the moisturizer, let's say. That's what it was. So that's what I did. I thought, okay, I need to replace this really super expensive moisturizer, but I'm going to try this one now with this company that's 100% natural, no chemicals in it at all, and I'm going to see if I see a difference in my skin. Because if I do, I'm going to go back to the high dollar, but if I don't, I'm going to switch. So that's what I did. I started with the moisturizer. And then when I ran out, they have this, like the toner, and it was able to get that free 1 month with products that I had ordered. And then I switched that up. And then, the eye cream, that I got free, and I switched that up. And then there's Glow, switch that up. Then the cleanser, and I switched that up. So when I fully switched everything over as I needed to replenish my original expensive products, I converted that over to Arbonne products, and I saw zero change in my skin. Zero. It looked as plush and as plump and glowing as it did with the high dollar products. And these are all natural. And I thought at a significantly less price, and I converted over. And I have been a loyal customer and consultant, and I have had, like I said, it is the truth. It is the truth when I tell you people stop me because of the way my skin looks, or they'll mention it to me after conversations. I've always noticed how great your skin is. The condition of your skin is amazing. It has to do with these things that I'm sharing with you today that I have done. And so you don't have to I already spent the money. You don't have to spend the money. Okay? This is the best savings deal you could ever. I'm telling you, thousands of dollars I am saving you. I already spent it, right? You don't have to spend it. Just go and get the Arbonne products, and I have a link, and I'm not trying to hypersell you here, but if you want to know what I'm doing and you want to change the way that your skin looks and your appearance in your skin, if you follow what I've shared with you, now the chemical peel part, you're going to have to go to an esthetician. I cannot speak to that, or microneedling. I can't speak to that. But even my esthetician who does my facials has said to me, she will put her hands on my skin right away and say, oh my gosh, your skin feels amazing. And I have asked her, does everyone's feel like this? Does everybody, that comes to you on a regular basis, does their skin feel like this? And she said no. Now, when an esthetician, and this is what this esthetician does, they are doing facials primarily. When they notice and say something about the condition of your skin, I mean, there's no other greater compliment, right, than to say, it's Arbonne. I use Arbonne products, and I will say not only topical, but I use their products. I'm helping my skin on a cellular level because I take their products. I take all of their products, the gut health, the bio, the bio sticks. I really don't have the names off the top of my head, but Immunity Fizz, I the Dream Tea, the Intercom, I just use all of it. And I will tell you that there's never been a company that I have loved. Every single product I have ever purchased or got free from them. From mascara to whatever this company does, I am sold. And anybody asks me, then they go, oh gosh, you gotta, it's MLM and you gotta buy. No, you don't have to commit to anything. You buy it one time. If you like it, fine. If you want to, I have it on reorder. It just automatically comes. They give you free products. If you ask me, you want to know what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. If you want to do it, you can do it. Here's the link. Go do it. If you don't want to do it, then don't do it. But don't expect the results that I have by trying to another way around to think you're going to get the same results if you want to get the results that I'm telling you worked for me. That's all I'm going to say. So if you don't want to do it, fine, then do what you're doing. But if you do and you see the benefits of it, then just tell other people about it, because I will tell you, people will stop you. People notice. Men and women alike notice my skin. And that's all I'm going to say. So, that's a big plug for Arbonne, but it is coming from truth and testimonial, and that's what I use, and that's who I recommend. And I have saved myself a lot of money by doing this. And like I said, I did it on a trial basis. I'm like, I'm going to convert as each product, needs replenishment, and then I'll go from there. If I see a change, I'm not going to continue this path, because I've done a lot of hard work and I've been committed to this in the beginning, and I don't want to change my skincare. And I always go back to the day that I met the esthetician in the office for the first time, and I was just infatuated with her skin. I just was like, wow, her skin. And when people say that to me, I get it, because I was that person to her. And now I'm that person, and this is what I did to change it, because I was not that before. So these are all the things that I just want to share with you, male or female alike. I'm not saying that this is just for females. Males can go out there. Arbonne's products, they work for both of us. Our skin is our skin. And, they have a shaving line and all of that for men. Females, if you have, a husband and you want to get him on those products, they're all natural and they're really, really good for you. And I didn't mean for this podcast to be about that, but it is about just really taking care of yourself, and mind, body, soul. To live your best life includes skincare. And I want you to have healthy skin and be safe out there in the elements. And by doing that, I will just say that if you exercise and you get your heart rate up enough to sweat, this is my belief. I don't know if there's science to it or not. My belief and my experience has always been, if I get my heart rate up enough to sweat, the sweat is releasing the toxins in my body through my skin and exiting my body in that fashion, right? So then you take a shower and you use really good products. Now your pores are all clean with no chemicals. You're using natural products. So everything to me is a cellular level, and you're maintaining your body the best that you can. And that's really all that we can do. All that we can do is the best that we can with products that we make good choices with products, clean products, organic products, etc. Everyone has a budget, but how are you going to spend your money anyway? Really, are you going to buy, I don't know, tons of vegetables that you can't consume? Or do you want to do the green gut glow where you can drink it and have benefits of, a lot of 36 vegetables in one serving, at a micro level because of the way that it's developed, and eat healthy, but you're getting the extra boost because you can't eat that much food. So if you're going to buy products that are going to help you, achieve greater results with more nutrients at a cellular level, and you cannot physically consume it, there are alternative ways to achieve those goals. And that's why I'm putting it out there for you. So, here you have it. You have an overview of the benefits of good skincare routines and practices to keep your skin healthy and glowing. And I'm telling you that glowing is just, it makes you ageless. It makes you age backwards, that glowing skin. Look at the youth. Males or females, look at our youth. They have gorgeous skin. So remember to take care of your skin on an ongoing process. And because the consistency of doing it is key. You have to find what works for you, notice what's working for you, and then keep doing that. Even if you have to take a picture of yourself. And, we live in a selfie world, so what's the big deal? Take a picture of yourself, and then take a picture in a month, and then 2 months, 3 months, and see if you see a difference. And when people start asking you what you're doing, did you get a new haircut? You look different. There you go. Because they can't really pinpoint what's different, but something is different, and it's your skin, right? So I want to thank you for joining me on this episode. And, I'm all about you living your best life. And, I wanted to give you radiant skincare secrets because that is just a guide to your healthy living. And, share this podcast with whomever you think might need it, anyone that you talk to that struggles with their skincare, anything that you learn from this podcast that might help people. Feel free to share it. I have blogs out there that have these links in it. So, feel free to go out to Nancybinspired.com. So www.nancybinspired.com and check out my blogs on health and wellness. Check out Arbonne there and, just try it. Just try it. Feel free to DM me. And if you have any questions, and when you receive your results and you're happy and you want to, tell the world, you just contact me and I'll bring you on as a guest on my podcast, because I would love to have my podcast with other people so that we can have a conversation and then other people can listen in, because it's just me talking to you right now. But I would like for you to be on the other side of my conversation here, and then you and I could be talking to other people. So, keep that in mind, because try it, and then when it works for you, that's what we're here to do. We are here to inspire each other by living our best life, and then helping people live their best life by things that they're searching for that we can answer, just like in this podcast today. So again, I hope you found this informative. I truly, truly thank you for being part of this community and taking the time to listen in. And until the next time, let this inspire you today.